Ladies and gentlemen, this is internet personality Vangelus, and the giant grasshopper of Hobbylink Japan has reached deep within my psyche and brought forth the root of my love of tokusatsu, the character that set me down this dark and twisted path all those years ago, the SH Figuarts representation of Kamen Rider Z-O. This suit design means more to me than I can explain, so if Bandai hasn't pulled off a top-tier Figuarts release for it, I will be rendered most irrational and inconsolable. But we're off to a good start, as this sculpt feels like a friggin' near bullseye! Z-O has a fairly simple design, and the only problems I have with this piece are the slight shortness of the arms, and the ever so slight messiness of the seating of the shoulder pads. But you know what? I can deal. This looks goddamn great, and that GD comes flying through the window on the back of a GD goddamn great paint job. The raised gold lining is so shiny and clean. I'm slightly scared of scuffing the gold paint off over time, but for now, I so totally do not care. It's gorgeous, and the black panel lining of Z-O's facial plating is remarkably thin and crisp to boot. The only major paint issue I have is the globby look of the red tips of the antennae. Oh, and the classic Figuarts compound eye effect is here in all its scenery-chewing magnificent bastard glory. And hey, a less textured version happens down on Z-O's belly crystal too. This is SH Figuarts, so there are hands, hands, and hands. After starting off with a pair of fists, Z-O also has a pair of open hands that partly showcase his pointy bugman fingers. There are also some more rigid choppin' hands for when he wants to cut trees in half or jam his fingertips into some sucker's eyeballs. Finally, there are a pair of posing time hands for martial arts, henshin poses, and generally looking like a cool guy. Z-O also includes an alternate head, entirely to represent that moment right after he transforms, where his grasshopper chompers deploy for a few seconds. It may have cost a couple extra bucks, but I'm glad this is an entirely separate head rather than a swappable mouthpiece that might have messed with the sculpt of the regular helmet. Rounding out the accessories is Z-O's weird giant grasshopper pal, who looks a little squishy but has an impressive level of teeny tiny paint applications. Also, you can swap its wings for an alternate open flapping piece. I don't think I could ask for much else, barring fake steam jets to plug into the back of Z-O's head. SH Figuarts Kamen Rider figure. Posability, you might recognize some of this. He's got a ball-jointed neck, a ball-jointed base of the neck, a hinge, connecting the top ball-jointed part to the bottom part so he can look up like this. And it works great, there's no real limitations, lots of emotion. His shoulders have got these little shoulder flaps. I wish these were attached to the biceps, like on some of the newer designs that I've seen and really enjoyed. It's really the only weak part of the articulation design on this guy, because as you move these up like this, you kind of get some gapping in there. Very light gapping you have to be looking for, but this figure turned out so well that I'm being picky. He's got a bicep swivel that's nice and riding high, doesn't get hindered by anything, but it keeps the detail here running cleanly. Double jointed elbow. This is the other part which is a bit funky, is he's got this part here sculpted as part of this part of the arm. So when you bend it, kind of reveals the joint. When you double joint it, it's kind of sticking out a bit. I don't really care, but there are times where I find myself trying to adjust this guy to cover the rivet, and I'm a little confused by the design choice there. His wrists are attached to a thing that lets them swivel and lets them wrist hinge, and then the bottom of that can swivel around as well. He's got a wonderful array of joints in his torso. This is on par with some of the renewal dudes that I've seen, because he's got like a joint here and a joint here, so he can turn and then turn a bit more. But as far as like bending forward, look at how much you're getting out of this without breaking up the sculpt, like much at all. The plating is layered so well. The design of this torso is gorgeous. I love this part. This is my favorite surprise, opening this guy up, because I thought, oh, you know, he's going to have a bit of limitation because I can't see much gapping in here, but it doesn't matter if I can't see much gapping in here because it's working so well. Outside of that, he's got regular Figuarts hips with the ball joint connection at the hip, and then you can pull it down, and that lets him kick higher. There's a thigh swivel as well. I really hope that this guy does not suffer from what I've seen some other Figuarts suffering from after a few years and years of use, where the dual ring inside here that allows for this starts disintegrating. I hope Z-O is from some magic new set of plastic technology that doesn't have that happen. Then again, I've not had that happen on any of mine, knock on wood, but I'm getting more paranoid every year that passes. He's got double-jointed knees, which I think are fantastic. Like, again, they play so nicely with the plating and the layering of the design that I think it's just gorgeous to look at. And then his ankles are hinged, and they can, I guess, quote-unquote, boot cut above the hinge. They can tilt below the hinge, and they are tilting just on a peg connection. It's not a hinge that's letting them tilt, so you do have to turn them around now and then to catch up. And finally, you can tow! I'm sure someone's excited still, at some point, that this is a thing. Wonderful posability. Zeto is a just sterling example of what SH Figuarts can do in balancing posability and sculpt. He's not perfect, but he's so close to it that I don't really care. If I haven't made it quite clear over the course of this video, I am over the moon, under a rainbow, and headfirst through a concrete wall with my love for this figure. They didn't just make a solid modern toy for ZO. Bandai took this Amemiya-directed hero and turned him into an SH Figuarts release that is right up there with the best bodies this line has ever put to plastic. He looks gorgeous, and he poses magnificently. He has just the right number of accessories and delivers a powerful bang for your buck. Maybe you don't like Kamen Rider. That's cool. I'm gonna lump you into this blanket statement anyway. Go and get SH Figuarts Kamen Rider ZO. He is a striking and simple representation of everything this line has to offer. He's single-handedly restoked the fires of my Figuarts love. I could not have asked for more. Anyway, this has been Internet Personality Vangelus, and okay, I could ask for more. I know we're getting Dorass as a web exclusive, but give me the Batman and Spider Lady too. Give me Zeto's motorcycle. Give me SH Figuarts Keita Amemiya!